from the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran in Washington and Martin Bashir and Cynthia McFadden in Times Square, New York. This is Nightline, February 17th, 2006.
Good evening. Tonight we're going to tackle a growing threat to children, families, and to many people's sense of decency. How pornography is becoming as easy to find as fast food. Times Square behind me used to be where pornographers plied their trade with peep shows and XXX rated movies. But now, Times Square is all cleaned up, and porn is far easier to find everywhere else. In fact, cell phone pornography, yes, porn on the go, is expected to become a multi-billion-dollar business within just a few years. Nightline's Chris Bury reports from Miami.
So we've got to work on that to make sure we've got better potential revenue returns.
At first glance, this looks and sounds like a typical conference of business bean counters.
Proper steps have to be taken in order to ensure that we create an environment where every part of the value chain can thrive.
But look closely. At the back of the room, the exhibits suggest this is not a meeting of accountants, and that paunchy fellow walking up to the podium is a celebrity in certain quarters, a familiar, if aging, figure in the world of X-rated films.
Hello, folks. I'm Ron Jeremy, living proof that anybody can get laid.
And after the buffet and a couple of cocktails, these eager entrepreneurs are enthusiastic about their new products.
It's man's new best friend.
Man's new best friend, according to those attending this conference in Miami, is mobile adult content, or MAC, a polite euphemism for cell phone smut.
You take the number one thing that sells on the internet and you take the hottest technology. What do? You get mobile porn.
The whole idea here is to be able to get porn in your pocket?
Porn in your pocket.
Todd Spate is pushing a whole line of phone products in which size does not matter.
These are called Pocket Girls?
Pocket Girls, yeah. We also own Pocket Guys, and we're doing the Pocket Network.
From Pocket Girls and Guys to cell phone sounds known in his corner of the skin trade as moan tone.
What is a moan tone?
A moan tone is when your phone rings, instead of having a traditional ringtone, you can use one of these audio files to signal a call coming in.
You get the idea. In the last few years, of course, major music and media companies, including ABC, have been pushing their content to all kinds of new handheld wireless devices, phones, Blackberries, and video iPods.
We're coming in behind and say, well, that's great, but we really know what you really want to look at.
So soon, coming to a very small screen near you, the option of XXX sex. But even this legendary adult film star has his doubts.
As far as the adult stuff goes, I'm not sure if it's a fad that'll last a couple of years.
You think it might be a novelty?
I think it's a novelty having adult programming on a cell phone. I'm not sure if a guy can actually use it to pleasure himself, as Ruth Westheimer would say. But I know it's like hey, Louie, look at these two blondes here with Ron Jeremy.
The most striking thing talking to people at this conference is their supreme confidence that inevitably Americans will be able to see erotic material on their cell phones. After all, pornography has played a role, and often a leading one, in every major advance in communications, from movable type to moving pictures, camcorders, DVDs, and above all, the internet.
Look where adults started, look where it is now. I mean, you can't get rid of us, it's only going to get bigger. Every time we get into a market, be it DVD, reality sites, websites, I mean, we're number one.
In parts of Europe, including the United Kingdom, adult content is already available on cell phones. Veteran Ron Jeremy has his own racy channel, RJ Mobile.
And I handpick every scene.
And the big European wireless companies such as Vodafone are now profiting from phone porn, though it's still a small slice of a huge industry that rakes in more than $30 billion a year.
We do get a revenue share from the content. I think the reason that some of our markets do offer adult content is because there is significant customer demand for it, and ultimately we're in the business to meet customer needs.
The aspiring adult marketeers here understand that the mainstream American cell phone companies are cautious about embracing the concept of pocket porn. So the adult content industry is hell-bent on convincing the American public that it can provide adequate safeguards before the government does it for them.
We have to teach kids to respect the no trespassing signs when it comes to mobile content.
Their lawyers are pushing for a voluntary system of age verification, content ratings, and blocking technology to keep kids from dialing up Paris Hilton's infamous home movie.
By allowing parents, for example, to set appropriate filters on their phones, just like filters on their computers. I think, however, that kids being kids, that this is going to be a difficult process.
The Federal Communications Commission is only monitoring industry efforts to keep cell phone porn from kids. But on many American cellular networks, anyone can already access adult material on phones equipped with web browsers. The only age verification is answering yes to the question, are you over 18? And several U.S. companies, including Hustler and Zobel, already provide pocket porn.
We've grown from 4 people in a garage to 2 football fields full of office space, 200 employees, 52 developers, $8.5 million worth of equipment that we've bought, paid for, and built ourselves in our own data center.
So far, the biggest American companies have not allowed porn on their own cellular networks, but industry veterans point to the American hotel chains that now quietly profit from showing X-rated movies on their televisions. The adult content providers see a similar model for cell phones, though they plan to start out slowly, perhaps with lingerie models and swimsuit shots.
We'll probably see a crawl, walk, run from the aspect of explicitness levels. We'll see glamour that may go into some nudity or topless, so that at a point when the carriers and the subscribers get comfortable with the process, there'll be a mechanism for becoming more explicit.
You think that's inevitable?
I think it's inevitable.
In America, they're a little bit nervous. Like, they all see, like, the stockholders are always afraid of knowing that we're dealing in the adult world. We're going to bed with pornography. But then they see the money coming in going, hey.
So you think the money is going to win out here?
The money wins out most of the time.
Indeed, the American market for sex on the smallest screens is now estimated at up to $2 billion a year. The biggest, best-known players in adult entertainment are breathing heavily in the wings, and history tells us that as the technology advances, pornography is likely to once again lead the way. This is Chris Bury for Nightline in Miami.
Technology's unsettling new wave. Nightline's Chris Bury, thank you.